Hey everyone. Okay, I get asked all the time what my workout regimen is, and I always tell people my workouts are cardio based. I don't really do a lot of weight training yet because I'm mostly just focused on just burning fat right now and not so much on building muscle. However, I do weight training because I do believe that it does help and you should do total body workouts, but my workouts for the most part are cardio based. So, a lot of people ask me, oh, well, what do you do? Do you just, like, run? And I'm like, no, because I can't run for shit. Like, yeah, I'll go running, but when I go running, it alternates between running and walking. And people ask me, well, oh, how do you know, like, when to run and when to walk? And I'm like, well, you just kind of have to know your body and, like, whatever. Anyway, what I do is, for the most part, almost every time I do cardio, I do HIITs, and that is high intensity interval training. So I just do any form of interval training, and you could do that with any exercise. If you're in a gym, you could do it on a bike, a stationary bike, on an elliptical, on a treadmill. If you're outside, you could do it between alternating, between walking and jogging, between walking and sprinting, between jogging and sprinting. It depends on your level. For me, if I'm outside and I'm not going to the gym, right now my gym membership has expired, so I've been relying on Old and Faithful, just running around town or at the track at my old high school. So for me, HIITs, when I do it outside lately, this is what I've been doing, I will alternate between running and walking, and HIITs are a great way to train for stuff, and it's a great way to build your endurance. I know I was looking into how to train for a 5K because that's like my first like milestone I want to hit. I want to run a 5K, and I still have a while to go for that, but anyway, and for that they recommend doing a form of interval training, and honestly that's the best way to do it because I'm one of those people who I get really bored of my workouts really quick. So if I'm just on a treadmill or if I'm just outside like running or walking, I'll just be like, oh, can I go home yet? And it'll just be like just not fun, and it just makes your workout miserable. So I feel like with the whole interval thing, it breaks it up because you're kind of counting and your mind's not just focused on like the road in front of you and you just want to like stab yourself, like just boring. So this is good for people who get bored of workouts really easily. Alright, so what it is, well for me, I'll tell you what I do. I'm running outside, and what I'll do is I'll do a 5 to 10 minute walk warm-up, so I'll just walk at a good pace for 5 to 10 minutes, and I don't necessarily sit there and time it, because it's like, it's monotonous, it's annoying. You can on a watch, if you have a watch. I don't, I just kind of, I don't know, I'll walk for like a song and a half, and then I'll like start running. What I do, so I'll walk for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then depending on your level, I'm just telling you what I do, I'll run for about a minute to a minute and a half, and I know, like I said, I don't have to sit there and time it because I just know how my body is, and I know, like when I'm running, I know how long a minute is, because you're just like, if you hate running like I do, well, I don't hate it, but I can't do it, so I kind of hate it. I'm just like, oh, am I done yet? And like, I used to run on the treadmill so I could time it, so I know, my body tells me when it's like a minute. Plus, I know that I can't run much longer than about 2 minutes, so when I'm at like a minute and a half, I know. So, depending on the day and depending on whatever it is, like I said, I'll run anywhere between a minute to a minute and a half to 2 minutes, and that's just like a jog, not like a sprint or anything, because I'm not training, I'm not trying to get faster, I'm just trying to, get some cardio in. So, I'll run for a minute and a half to 2 minutes, and then I'll walk until I catch my breath, basically. I can't even tell you how long I walk for because I'm not sure. When I'm outside, just free running, I don't time it, so I couldn't tell you. But a good way to measure it is just run until you can't anymore. This is kind of what I do. Just do your 5 to 10 minute walk warm up. Run until you can't anymore. Run until you feel like you're going to throw up. and then walk until you catch your breath, and then do it again. And you just repeat it for however long you want to work out for. Personally, my runs usually last 45 minutes to an hour, but that's with my warm-up and cool down. I'm not as good about stretching as I should be. I really don't stretch as much as I should because I am not flexible whatsoever. I used to be a dancer and I used to be flexible, but that's when I was like little, so I'm not really that flexible anymore. But yeah, that's something I need to do. That's going to be like a resolution type thing that I need to get in order. So I'm trying to think what else. So yeah, you could do interval training with walking and jogging, or you could do it with jogging and sprinting, or whatever you want to do. Okay, now when I'm on the treadmill, it's a completely different story. I'm timing it, and the only thing that's good about a treadmill, or you could even do it outside if you have like a watch and all that jazz. The only thing that's good about timing it is that you could really push yourself, and if you're training for like a 5K or a marathon or something, it's good so that you could, and like, you know, if you're like basing it off time, it's good because you could see like if you're improving or not. Me personally, I don't know if I'm improving, but I'm just kind of going with it because I'm just trying to right now just, you know, get my cardio down. But so yeah, when I'm at the gym and I'm on the treadmill, hold on. I'm at the gym and I'm on the treadmill, and I'll do my warm-up, 5 to 10 minutes walking on an incline usually. And then when I run, I usually put the incline on like 4% because it's like you can't even really tell you're on an incline, but you are. It's just a little added difficulty. So I'll do that. I'll put it on about 4%, and then I'll run for usually 2 minutes, and then I'll walk for like 30 seconds, and then I'll just keep repeating until my workout's over, or until I'm done with that. And that's usually about an hour with the warm up and cool down. So that's a good way to do it. Yeah, I like doing it that way too because you could like time yourself, and then you could kind of tell if you're having an off day, or you could push yourself. And I push myself, like for me, pushing myself is like an extra could be like an extra 10 seconds because that's like a big deal because I don't run that much. I don't have a high endurance or stamina. So if an extra 10 seconds is like, it's like a lot, you know what I mean? Keep in mind too, the treadmill, people argue this, but I'm going to argue in favor for it. It is definitely easier to run on the treadmill than it is to run outside. I noticed I could run for a good like 8 minutes on the treadmill, and outside I can run like 3 tops. It's just harder. You're working more. Think about it. When you're running outside or running like on flat ground, not on a treadmill, you have to project yourself forward. So there's a little bit of like a jump in there. You know what I mean? Like you have to spring yourself forward, and you're dealing with wind and other elements. When you're on a treadmill, you're not projecting yourself forward at all. Your feet are just sliding back and forth, and then you just pick them up. So it's definitely harder, and people argue it, and I don't understand how, but I don't know. Hold on. But yeah, so what else? Oh man, I was gonna tell you something else. Oh, there's a really good app on if you have an iPod or an iPhone or an iTouch or any of that good stuff. Oh, I can't find it now. Shit. It's called, I think it's called C25K, and it's a good, you could Google it. It trains you to run a 5K, and that's what I've been following lately. I can't find it on my phone right now, because it's in like one of those weird libraries and whatever. But, yeah, and it's really helpful. It tells you, it literally breaks it down week by week, like week 1, and you put in, and it customizes to your, exercise ability and your level. So I put all my information in, and it started me out as the first week I was doing like, I think I was like running for 30 seconds and then walking for like 2 minutes and then just repeating that for like, I think it was 20 minutes. And then with an added warm up and cool down. And that was the whole first week. I think they recommend you do it 4 to 5 times a week. I think I was doing it 6 times a week. And then the second week I was doing, I think I was running for a minute and then walking for 2, And then the third week I was running, it was increasing by 30 seconds every time. Oh, the third week I was running for 90 seconds, and then I was walking for 2 minutes. The fourth week I was running for 90 seconds and walking for, I think, a minute. So they decreased my rest time. And then it keeps you going on that pattern, and then I think from running 90 seconds, it brings you all the way up to running for 3 minutes, I think. So it's good, but it brings you up on a good, like, gradual pace. Even if you don't follow it exactly how it tells you to do it and tells you what to do each day, it's still a good tool because it gives you a good guideline for what you're going to be doing. So I definitely recommend it. Like I said, I think it's called C2 5K, and on there it's available. You can play your music if you're listening to music in the background, and it has a timer on there, so you could time yourself, and it's right there. It's so easy. I'll use it sometimes. Other times I just kind of know. But anyway, yeah, that's my main workout, HIITs. And like I said, you could do that on like an elliptical. You could do it on a stationary bike. On a stationary bike, it's actually good because you could because I like, there's always spin classes at my gym, but I've never really done them because I'm a little intimidated by them and I feel like I'm going to die, but I need to do one of these days. But it's like, it's basically what they do in a spin class. It's like you're going full on for a good, how long? I'm trying to think how long. Oh, it depends on your fitness level, but with me, like, just pedaling as fast as you can for a certain amount of time, and then, you're just kind of at a resting stage for until you catch your breath, and then that's it. So you could customize it to any workout. And yeah, it's definitely good because it breaks it up. If you're on the treadmill and you're just like jogging, or if you're just walking and you're not really challenging yourself, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's better. And they actually say it is better. I think it's better to, and like, if you can jog for 20 minutes straight, I mean, that's good. But I think it's better to, if you could jog for 20 minutes straight, great. But if you're on a treadmill, I think you should, like, break the 20 minutes up and, like, do your warm-up walk or do your warm-up jog, and then, like, sprint for a minute and then go back to your jogging for 2 minutes or 3 minutes and then sprint for a minute. It ups the ante a little bit. So you could customize it for yourself, but it's definitely a great workout and it allows you to challenge yourself. So I definitely recommend it. But yeah, like I said, it's called HIITs, HIITs, High Intensity Interval Training, and it's like the best thing ever, so I definitely recommend it. Okay, that's my rant for the day. By the way, I did that this morning. I went for a run around town, because like I said, my gym membership is expired, and I'm getting a new one for Christmas, so right now I'm just running around town in the freezing cold, so it's whatever. So yeah, I did that this morning. And it was a good time. And then I came home and I showered and I partially got myself together. I don't even have my hair's a mess right now, but I was getting ready because I'm going to my friend's house for football for the Giants today. So yeah. So I'm in the process of getting ready, so don't mind my half done, well, not done hair, but anyway. Alright, thanks for listening to my rant today. Alright, definitely give interval training a try. It's totally worth it. It's a better workout, I think. And yeah. Alright, my next video will probably be on insanity, and I might do that tomorrow or the day after, or I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll even do it like later on today, but we'll see. Alright, thanks guys. Have a good day. Bye.